Hello guys, welcome to Vant's channel.
Hello everyone, now we will take a look at today's page again. Let's see. First of all, we have some events here. We'll take a look at the events later. Now let's take a look at the main page first for the update. Okay, first of all, basically they are combining the Simple Cron Meal and Energizing Cron Meal into one. So it's a nice really. Now you got a 30 damage, most extra monster damage 30, so there's an improvement to the Simple Cron Meal, right? Also the down attack damage, which is nice. Yeah, basically it's a nice upgrade. It makes life easier, a lot easier. So if you're PvEing, it's probably you will probably have higher damage doing this, especially against a monster with down attack. I mean, the monster that can be CC'd and grounded, like Akman or Star Ants, for example. Okay, now for the next big update is basically improvement adjustment to all classes damage ratio and damage skill damage. First of all, we have warrior here. Increase warrior damage ratio 3%, also awakening PvP damage. Let's take a quick look at the biggest change. Basically, warrior now deal almost 20% more damage to sorcerers, but they deal 17% less damage to ranger instead. They also deal more damage to berserker, tamer, although not that much. Valkyrie 1%. More damage to Mahwa, Ninja, Kunoichi. Oh wait, that's actually a lot more damage. Lesser a little damage reduction against wizard and dark knight. Yeah. But yeah, I think mostly they deal 17% less damage to archer. No wonder it's pain getting slapped by warrior as an archer because they get 122%, actually the highest. And they also buff of the, I think this is awakening and the absolute skill only. Okay, next ranger. Let's talk ranger deal less damage to warrior. 8% is really also less damage to sorcerers, I guess. More damage to fellow rangers. More damage to berserker. A bit less damage to tamer. More damage to Valkyrie. More damage to Musa. More damage to Mehwa. Well, let's see. I think generally they are mostly doing more damage to all classes. Yeah, they're doing more damage to classes. Oh my, they have 18% increase to archer. There's gonna be more pain, I guess, fighting rangers as an archer. They also buff some PvP skill of the ranger here. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Basically, they reduce the skill because a lot of ranger actually using Doom Horse and the skills to kill people while being mounted. So that's why they're not it, I guess. Next, reduce sorcerer's damage ratio by an average. Okay, so basically they're saying they reduce most of the shock damage ratio. Yeah, they reduce all overall damage to all classes, but it's still pretty high though. If you take a look at it, right, it's still 100. They still have a lot of 110, 110, 110, 110 across the classes. Oh, and they increase also my damage against archer. That's gonna be a lot more pain, I guess, for me. Oh, they also increase a little more damage against civilian. Anyway, the PvP damage, but they also increase the PvP damage of all skill of this. This is succession skill by 5% more or less, and this is awakening, I think. Yeah, 16%. Let's see for berserker, they got a massive I think there are massive damage ratio reduction for all classes, but they also increase the PvP damage of the this is succession, this is awakening, I think. Wait, sorry, this is awakening, this is succession also, and some awakening, I think. I'm not really remember the name of the skills, but basically, even though they reduce the ratio, they increase the skill damage by quite an amount here actually, so it's probably not really enough for them. Let's see for Tamer, they just saw quite PvP damage ratio decrease, but they greatly increase our skill damage also. So yes, they have been the ratio damage has been reduced overall, so they deal less damage to other classes. But in the other hand, their skill also buffed by 15%, 30%, 12%, which is I think in the end they're more or less the same lah. For wizard, what is this improved effect? Is it like special effect? I'm not sure about this, to be honest. It's probably a special effect, but we'll have to see. Magical evasion. Okay, so bug fix, and then okay, so which doesn't have, and I think wizard also doesn't have a skill damage buff, skill damage change, but overall their damage is increased across all classes. They got a huge damage, a pretty big overall damage increase, I think. Let's see, let's take a look. Basically, you see they deal 10% more to warrior, 20% more to ranger. Ouch. Slightly here, slightly increase, slightly decrease here. Let's just take a look at the big one. All 15% to ninja, 13% to kunoichi, and what 25% to fellow witch and wizard, to fellow witch. Yeah, for being a witch, they did a lot damage to fellow witch, I guess. And 15%, this is 25%, this is, but they only got 15% damage increase to wizard. That's weird actually, but okay. And they got increased damage also again. Mystic, Land, Striker, Archer, 4%, Shy is whatever. And let's take a look at Wizard. It should be similar, to be honest. Yeah, it's similar, just that they got huge damage against themselves. Instead of which, they got huge damage against themselves. The other is about the same. Valkyrie. Wait, they got increased damage ratio, but they also increased skill damage? Interesting. So I think there's not really big changes here. They got 6% buff here. 6% to fellow Valkyrie. 8% to Musa, 8% to Mehwa, 8% to Ninja, same. Well, yeah, basically their damage is increased all across the classes. Yeah, but they deal reduce damage to Striker and reduce damage to Archer, I guess. So that's why I feel the pain of getting slapped by Valkyrie also. 115%. No wonder people call Archer squeezy. So, but yeah, they also, in addition to the ratio increase overall, they also got PvP damage skill buff, which is very nice, I guess. So overall, I think Valkyrie got a huge damage improvement. Now let's take a look at the next. Musa. Next is Musa. There's only a slight improvement and slight decrease, I guess. Yeah, they deal a lot less damage to Valkyrie. Like 15% less, I guess. which is not really good for them. But yeah, so they deal a lot of damage to this also. The witches. Okay, the rest is I think they deal a lot of damage to witch, less damage to witch, wizard, dark knight, striker, mystic. They deal increased damage to archer and shy. Yeah, but they also got the damage increase of this, so I think it's more or less the same. Petal Bloom. Oh, there's a Mahua buff. Petal Bloom. Add super armor effect, remove the previous knockdown effect. Huh? Okay. Moonlight Dash. Add the knockdown effect, the skills remove from petal may have lower. Oh, that's pretty nice. Since so basically they got super armor effect, remove knockdown from the skill, but instead they add knockdown on the skills. Okay. Now we take a look at the ratio. Overall there's no noticeable big one. This is pretty big though. To rangers, 8%. To tamer, pretty big also, 9%. Lesser damage to Valkyrie, so they will have having harder time against Valkyrie, I guess. They get increased damage to Guardian. How about Musa? Yeah, they also have a little damage increasement to Guardian, which is nice also. Now if you include the skill damage buff, they will deal a lot more damage to Guardian. Interesting. I think they basically increase the damage received for Guardian. Let's look at the ninja. Ranger. They also increase the ratio to Ranger. I guess ouch. I saw a lot of classes actually deal more damage to Ranger. They will become a lot more squishier than ever. And especially this is a ninja, right? The class that can actually catch a Ranger. Succession especially. Ouch. Berserker, reduce damage to Valkyrie also. Valkyrie will be more tankier. Will be tankier after this pass, I guess. They also deal more damage to ninjas and kunoichis and witch and wizard. Less a little nerf to damage to Dark Knight, which doesn't really mean anything, I guess. Yeah, from what I saw, the biggest reduction is only for Valkyrie, and other is like improvement on ratio. Wow. Oh, they deal less damage to Striker Mystic. Okay. They deal 15% more damage to Archer for whatever reason. We are already foot for ninjas. Now they make it worse, I guess. And in addition to that, they increase PvP damage of the following skills. See, they still increase the damage. So yeah, as an archer, I'm dead, I guess. They also increase damage ratio to Guardian. Let's look at Kunoichi. Yeah, okay, Rangers to cause some more damage as usual. I think it should be around the same. Yeah, they got huge damage reduction with Valkyrie. But on the other class they got improvement, and it's pretty big also. And 105 with wizard. So yes, they will be more anti-backline. They can kill backline more a lot faster now, which is not good for me, sir. Yeah, Ranger and Archer will receive more damage to these classes like Musa, Mahua, Ninjas, Rip. And they also increase the PvP damage, the skills, which is... Wait a minute, this is on the Awakening, I think. Yeah. Okay, so they adjusted the cooldown of these two skills, Skull Crusher and Skull Hammer, and also they reduced the ratio. There, they reduced the overall ratio, but on the other hand, they also increased the damage of the PvP skills. And yes, as usual, the ratio against Archer is increased, while the skill also increased. So yeah, Archer will take more damage, a lot more damage. My poor classes will be so squishy now. Mystic, let's look like a Mystic. Oh, okay. They also. Compared to Striker, they have a slight just disease radius, but they also have an improvement here for Valkyrie Tamer, and also increased damage. They got reduced damage against Rangers, but they improved damage against Kunoichi, Ninja, so anti-flex classes. I guess yes. See, they also increased damage against land by 14%, against Archer by 10%, almost. Reduced a bit by okay. Yeah, so increased the PvP damage. And as usual, there's been more squishier than ever. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. There's no skill damage buff, but I think Dark Knight got a big buff today because the ratio is increased very high across all classes. Yeah, I think they all they got increase in all classes. Yeah, but the original ratio is pretty low though, which is bad. But yeah, they deal low. Like this is like 20%. This is also about 15%. Well, Persia though. Archer skill also doesn't get any buff or nerf, just the ratio changes. Basically, we deal less damage to warrior, to sorceress, more damage to ranger, less damage to berserker, less damage to Valkyrie. So yes, shield classes we deal less damage more or less. Less damage to Tamer, more damage to Musa, Maihwa, Ninja, Kunoichi, Witch, and the buff against Witches and Wizards is pretty high though, around 15%, 16%. Improved damage to Dark Knight, so I guess I'm made to shoot Witches and Wizards, more or less. Striker, reduce damage. Oh, there's a huge reduction against Mystic. Improve against Alan and fellow archers, reduce against Shai, which is not important, and this is the biggest improvement, is 22% against Guardian. Although the improvement is huge, I don't think it matters if the Guardian just holding blocks, because archer cannot, basically cannot block their guard if they're blocking. Well, if they are CC, that's a different story though. Now let's take a look at LAN. So basically they said they're buffing the skill flow, skill connect, so it connect more smoothly. But take a look at the ratio. I think they got reduction mostly and improve ratio against ranger of 10%. Ouch, ranger gonna a lot more squishier as well. Tamer, Valkyrie, reduce increase against Tamer, reduce Valkyrie, reduce against Musa. Yeah, it's basically reduction over these classes. Oh, it stays the same for whatever reason. Yep. They do slightly more damage to land, but then again, they also increase the skill damage percentage, so it's not necessarily a damage reduction, maybe slightly, but yeah. But on the other hand, they also got the increased skill activation speed, and then the chance the skill to combo more smoothly into the skill, Tailspin and Furor. change the skill to combo move faster into flow phase. Basically, they also increase the skill speed, which is I don't know actually what skill it is, but it should be nice, right? Shy, no. Okay, the damage is nothing changed, and the Guardian now the most popular class currently. Let's take a look. They deal less damage against source, against warrior, more against 12% more damage against sorcerers, less. Oh my god, they actually deal 122% to rangers before. No wonder. I saw my friend ranger getting one swipe in seats. Yeah, I guess this is partially the reason for this. 122%. They improve. They got increased damage against Stalker, increased damage against Tamer, slightly reducing for Fatri, slightly reduced for Musa, slightly reduced for Magma, 9% increase for Ninja, 7% increase for Konoichi. Ouch. Actually gonna be hard. Less damage to against mages, which is nice actually. They usually clash each other in the front line though. Less damage against Dark Knight, more damage against Striker and Mystic. 1% damage against Striker. And okay, so this is why actually they also hurts, huh? So Ranger and Archer got 122%, getting slapped by Guardian before. Okay, no wonder. And they deal less damage against themselves. Also, they nerf the BSR of the Reawakening skill, because you know, it's, I think you see a video or clip here and there about when they use that skill, they can just, I don't know, delete 10 people with one skill. Like, it's absurdly strong, so they nerf it by 40% for the prime one and 30% for the absolute one. Now next item. Okay, basically there's 7 new rental items that can only be rent after you finish the Valencia 1 quest, Valencia 1 main quest. Season character also can equip the Gear, which is nice, I guess. Yeah, see. And then the Descendant is Valencia main quest, so yeah, you have to finish Valencia 1 quest before you can try this. And the stat will not apply to character with negative karma. So basically this is a try between try and tap boss weapon. Like, this is 3.5 Zarka. I mean try 0.5 Zarka. This is what, 3.5 back. It's stronger than try but weaker than tap back. Also, it only got one slot, which is, I think, for the main hand, the AP plus 5 ancient magic extra power or whatever the name is it. And for this they put dark fang crystal on the glove. Yeah, so basically this is a 3.5 tier, which is nice for 50 CP, especially if you are just starting the game or, well, broke your gear, you know, you can use this for a while. But 50 CP is not cheap also. You have to consider carefully if you want to use this. Okay, next they add the following simple alchemy processes types. Oh, basically you don't need to go to the Olvia NPC to change this. You can just go process it yourself. No problem, easy. It's a quality of life changes, but you can still obtain, so you can still exchange with the NPC in the Balenos. And now you can recover this kind of items. Okay, please don't throw this item. Okay, this item is so precious. Wait, what? Okay, so you can recover memory fragment as well and constant. Let's see next. Fix the issue where he sometimes not apply to Llama the hunting. Okay, for people that don't know, if you are hunting the hunting monster Llama, you have a chance to not hitting them it feels like they have 30% evasion. So they actually removed that, which is very nice. I think I could try doing hunting there. It might be a bit a good alternative to Featherwolf, but we'll see. I guess it depends. It also depends on the amount of meat and blood we can get in one go. Like Featherwolf can give up to 10 meat per procs. So if your mastery is high enough, you can get 30 meats for 30 meats in one go. But I don't know about Llama. We'll have to see. But it's Llama meat, I guess. Okay, let's see what else. Improve navigation within region. Add extra quests that you can randomly accept in so basically it's like auto quests, but it's only for Valencia region, and I don't think they include Akman and Histria here. Yeah, then it's excluding Akman, Histria, and for Medaya, and this is Pirate Island, I guess. So what's the reward? Really, the reward will be combat and skill XP increase buff. Okay, it's nice. Why not? The Hunter Seal event. Wait, is this the trade Hunter Seal into Sharp and Hard? I'm not sure. We'll have to see, I guess. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Nothing more much, only die graphic issue there. Okay, I think we're done for the patch. There's a long PvP changes. Now let's take a look at the event. First event will be Return of the Golden Troop. Oh, this is another event actually. So basically, okay, there will be a new event item, which is this coin to drop from monster. What's the use of this? This is gonna be used for the submitting the quest. Later, I'll explain in the event 3, I think. Event 2, so basically you can get this golden troop coin every day just for playing 60 minutes in the game. 1. And then you can get another 3 by talking to this NPC in cities. So you can okay. It's random. You will get one of these 3 randomly. It's either gift lock or Rapstone or wheat. And you get 1 coin. Also, there will be another 2 quests, which is give even golden imp coins to Tapu. You get another one, and then this red seal. Red seal is from Bread Battlefield, so you get another one after you giving this. So you can get a total of 4 every day. And since the event lasts for the event will last for, I think, July 15? Yeah, July 15. Okay. So it's about 2 weeks. So you can get like 14 times 4 around 40. 56 silver if you do the quest of today without missing a day. And let's take a look what you can exchange. 56, right? Okay, so you can either exchange it for Capras, Constant, Advice of Falk, or Sakato Shiny Box. Well, that's a bit hard to choose, I guess. It depends on what you need, to be honest. Hopefully, well, if you want to gamble a bit, you can just exchange for the Sakato Shiny Box. Otherwise, I'll just take Capras. It's very hard to get Capras nowadays. So if it's me, I'll just take Capras maybe. Or Constant is also nice. 10 you get 20. Yeah. Advice of okay, all of this item is nice. You can get 50. Let's just say you can get 50, so you can choose whatever you want with this 50, maybe this plus this, or this plus this, or 40 Capras plus 20 Cornerstone. Yes, your choice. Next. Oh, predicting the winner of Sea versus Thailand Conquest. Let's see. So yeah, so first week until July 5 is the first one, and then July 7 to July 12 is the second one. Obtainable from challenge during that period. Okay, so you have to take this item, scale of choice, from your challenge tab or Y. Talk to the NPC in the header. This NPC, Figurine. Take the quest and then choose which one you will. Let's predict on the C, okay? I believe C will win. So basically the price will be, if the prediction is true, you will get Advance of Fog and an Advanced Judgment Kit. So basically if you fail, you will get a less reward, but you will still get the reward. So for now, let's pick Thailand. Let's pick C. I believe in C. Okay, take the quest. Take the scale. Wait, how do I do this? Debate with Legend on the Golden Top Inn. Oh, here. Okay. Okay, so this I'll predict C will win. Okay, let's go. So I believe C will win. Now let's take a look back at the pets. Next event, okay, it's basically just new login rewards. And then this one is login for 2 hours every day and you get this rewards. And I guess that's all for today patch. You got lose call every day just by logging into the Black Desert only for 4 hours. Nice. Now let's take a look at the summary of these whole patches. So first of all, the Simple Energizing Cron Meal merge, which is nice. If you're hunting, you will mostly just use this food if you want to. And then the second one is the big patch of this today's is all class damage ratio and skill damage adjustment, which you can see the details on the website. And third is the 50 CP rental gear. It's a new rental gear that requires you to finish Valencia main quest, Valencia 1 main quest. But the gear stats equal to 3.5, or it's between try and at most gear with 1 slot crystal. Also, you can now simple alchemy hunting item. No need to go to NPC to trade the item. To trade the item for the lower grade. I mean, like to make the artisan head and or master head. Also, you can now hit llama hunting for 100% of time, so no more evasion for the llama. And then finally, and lastly, you will get random auto quest on certain zone like Valencia and Medaya. Next, take a look at the event. First event is Return of the Golden Drop. Get a Golden Drop coin every day for challenge. Yes, this just by playing for one hour. And then do daily quests every day, up to 3 coin a day. See? And you can exchange the coin later for reward. And then the 2 new login rewards. Yes, just by login you get rewards. And then login every day for 120 minutes to get rewards. Just login and get loot scroll. And lastly, the C versus Thailand prediction. Please choose for C, yeah? Let's believe in C that C will win, okay? So first of all, you need to claim the skill item in the challenge, talk to the C versus NPC in town, and follow the quest. I think that's all for today's patches. Thank you for listening here, and see you later in the game.